And boom, okay. Go there. So, this is the presentation for my company's talents and services. For a small introduction, my name is Johnathan Coady, and I am a 19-year-old film producer, director, editor, and actor from Ontario, Canada. I've been passionate about storytelling and creative writing since I was young, but didn't start working in video until 2018. That is when I joined a film production 2 class block at my high school and ended up with the annual class awards for Best Director and Best Editor, along with a mark of 98 in each of the class's blocks. I believe the main reason I achieved these awards was because of the fact that I always valued collaboration and communication, making sure everyone was listened to, and allowing them creative input into my work as a group. This value is the foundation on which I work and will carry with me into all of my career endeavors. What I'm most passionate about, however, is my potential to tell stories that inspire positivity and progressive change in our world, making many voices feel represented. Here are some of my editing talents. When I edit, I like to truly experiment with my work because life is too short to waste your creative potential. I think it's important to play around with all aspects of video editing. I always make sure, however, that I keep several extra copies of my clips, so if a certain edit doesn't work out and I can't revert it to its original type, I can simply replace it with a clean copy of that clip. Always save backups. I have a knack for playing with a variety of effects and transitions when messing around in my post-production programs. But I always remember to make sure I don't go overboard with too many effects, as they can make a project feel too cartoony and distract from the message. When it comes to piecing together clips, I like to cut fluidly and emotionally, so the story flows well, hits the beats of the characters' moods to show the audience how they feel, and doesn't drag on too long or glance over a tender moment with unnecessary speed and a lack of room to breathe. Color design. There are so many interesting effects you can pull off with coloration. The colors you choose to focus on with your production will help evoke deep psychological meanings in the minds of viewers. They affect the temperature of your production and set the mood and tone too. They can also be paired together to create entirely new aesthetics, or be paired with certain objects to give them a certain importance. This means you give the illusion of meaning to different colors and patterns. So many movies don't utilize color that well, which is why it can often feel like you've seen a certain movie before, or like the movie you're watching is bland and uninteresting. They set a mood with a grayish-brown color palette that reflects the typical appearance of your average smoggy city. Cinema is meant to take us away from these mundane aspects of the real world. It's supposed to be interesting, mystical, magical, intriguing, and reflect what the world could be, not what it already is. That's why we at BrainBlouse Productions like to experiment with color design to make your project stand out and look amazing. Audio design. Isn't it distracting when you're listening to a video your friend sent you where her baby brother is crying in the background? Doesn't it frustrate you when you're trying to record a clip of yourself playing piano for a friend, but then in the background you hear your racist aunt making a comment about those people? Here at BrainBlouse Productions, we not only use the highest quality audio recording devices for the best pickup, we also use premium software to maximize clear, crisp sound and creative editing potential. The first step in the process is to clear out any unwanted background noise, and then we just enhance the audio to make the specific sounds that we want to stick out do so. And if the production requires more effects such as distortion and submersion, we will do so as well. As for filming, what a lot of amateur film directors and photographers fail to realize is that the angle and distance in which you take photos and videos will affect the mood, tone, and meaning of every single shot. The most popular example of this is the dynamic between the low angle and the high angle shot. High angle filming implies inferiority by making people look smaller, and low angle implies superiority, making people look larger. With BrainBlouse Productions, we precisely map everything out with various pre-production techniques so that every shot will enhance the film to the best of its ability. We also utilize various filming styles and techniques to enrich production. For attention to detail and continuity, nothing makes your movie feel more like a home video than having an unwanted family member, friend, crewmate, cast member, or co-worker pop into frame in the background, looking out of place to the story or the time period and completely disrupting focus. That's why we specifically pay attention to detail and make sure to rewatch shots over and over again to make sure they're flawless and devoid of inconsistencies or strange shots that make the film feel jumpy. We are perfectionists with our work and will always do multiple takes to see what would work best with a scene. Any continuity error can make a scene feel odd, out of place, or like something's missing. We like to remove that ASAP, and we have the best set decorators on it. In conclusion, thank you for joining me for this webinar. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and learned a few things along the way. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them.